My friends, what is going on? Just finished up recording a video for my Discord, and while that is uploading, wanted to jump in here and make a quick AMC update. So if you haven't done so already, please follow me on Twitter, Colin_Gladman. Easiest way to keep up with everything that is going on, news that I see, anything that I think is important, I will be tweeting it out on the Twitter machine. Also, too, if you are new to my YouTube channel, please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And then last but not least, before we get started, you guys know the deal. Nothing I'm giving you is financial advice. Everything I'm doing is for educational purposes. So that way you can become a better trader. That way you can make better decisions. That way you can take profit on your options. You don't diamond hand them. You can take profit on your shares. I really don't care because it needs to be your plan and not my plan. Don't just listen to me. Don't listen to anybody else. Do what is best for you. Now, you should take people that you feel like give you good information, and you should use that to help make your decisions. But at the end of the day, it is up to you to push that buy or sell button. So I want to talk about a couple of things. Number one, let's talk about the daily candle that we have here on AMC. So I tweeted out that it is potentially a Morningstar doji. So the definition of this is going to be traders will often look for signs of indecision in the market where selling pressure subsides and leaves the market somewhat flat. Pretty much what we saw today. This is where doji candles can be observed as the market opens and closes at the same level or very close to that same level. This indecision paves the way for a bullish move as bulls see value at this level. The reality is AMC has been beat up. All we have seen is a price reduction over about the past week and a half. So bears could potentially be getting exhausted here. And this is where the appearance of the bullish candle after a doji provides some bullish confirmation. Now, somebody in the comment section was asking me about like some of the rules with it. So I just kind of posted the rules. Let's go over them. So number one, typically you want to establish an existing downtrend. So let's go look. Check. We have an existing downtrend. Now, once again, obviously, the major gap here is due to the split dividend that came through from APE. And we'll jump into that just a little bit more. But no matter what, even if all these candles were up here in this existing downtrend, we still have a very strong downtrend that is going on. So, number two, a large bearish candle. The large bearish candle is a result of large selling pressure and a continuation of the existing downtrend. At this point, traders should only be looking for short trades. There's no evidence of reversal yet. So, what did we have yesterday? All we've had is continuation of bearish candles and selling pressure. Now, the good news is on Monday, the selling pressure was picked up. Now, Tuesday and Wednesday, the selling pressure has gone down. So what does that tell you? That as the volume decreases on those type of moves, that is going to show you and tell you that the bears could potentially be getting weak. So, number three, small bearish or bullish candle. The second candle is a small candle, sometimes a doji candle that presents the first sign of fatigue of a downtrend. Often this candle gaps lower as it makes a lower low. It does not matter if the candle is bearish or bullish. Is the main takeaway here, let me say that again, is the main takeaway here is that the market is somewhat undecided. So anytime you have these little dojis or anything like that, that is indecision. Okay, but just like back here on the weekly candle, that everybody was like, no, Colin, this one means indecision, spinning top. And I 100% agree. Where it does make sense, where you have to take it into account is this happening at a downtrend or is this happening at an uptrend? So just like this weekly candle happened at an uptrend, this daily candle, what gives me hope is that it's happening on a downtrend. Now, we saw the abandoned baby that Trey was talking about. We saw it both play out and not play out. So it gapped up the previous day. Obviously, it was running hot, but between all the halts and everything like that, wound up, pushing down much lower. So this is a 3 candle pattern, and what we need is confirmation. We got candle 1, we got candle 2, and now what we need is candle 3. So what I would love to see is a nice little bullish day tomorrow, a nice little push back up, maybe to like around $10.50 or so, somewhere between $10.50 and $11. I'm going to start feeling pretty good about. Now, just like, let's go back to the Twitter machine. Once again, I said the key to this pattern is going to be tomorrow's candle, and it is not going to be just straight up tomorrow. It's going to be what I'm hoping for. We're going to see is essentially kind of a rounded out accumulation shape that is going to be pushing up, that eventually could potentially take us to higher highs. So this isn't going to be like a one day tomorrow, boom, we're just right back up here at 26. Definitely not with APE and everything that's going on. So if we go back in here though, and if you see right here, so, the candle started out, big and bearish. So, just look at the size of these candles. Obviously on Monday, when APE, first launched, was starting to gap up, was starting to run, things were looking good. And then just, all the halts and everything like that, which once again, go follow me on Twitter. You know what I think about halts. But it has just been a solid push down since then. Now, we're starting to get some very indecisive candles. Once again, these candles are all getting really small. So it is, once again, we're at a point of indecision. Now, that decision could mean that we get pushed down. But we've already been pushed down so much, so you start adding in the other levels of confluence of the fact that, I'm a big believer that, when the RSI gets too hot, it's not sustainable. Just like if the RSI starts to get too low, it's not sustainable. Now, it can definitely push down from here. We're only at 30 on the daily. But if you get in here at the 4 hour, it's down here at 22. Now, obviously, just right back here, you can see it got as low as 18. So there's definitely still room to the downside. I just think, like I tweeted out today, I don't think there's a ton of room left to the downside. I think there's way more plausibility of room to the upside rather than room to the downside. And that's the way I approach things. I approach things from a most likely standpoint. So if we get in here, once again, to the 15-minute candles. So I'm not a big fan of bars patterns, only because I think they're a good tool, but the way most people use them is they flat out abuse them. So what they do is they take bars patterns like this, and then they start going like this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and go, okay, here's a possibility. And then they do this again. And they go, and here's another possibility. And they just do all this goofy stuff with them. And that's not how the tool was intended to be used. Okay? So, what I do like, though, is basically coming up here and looking at the move like this. So, this is kind of what I tweeted about, too, from a standpoint of if this is the move that AMC was making, obviously people would be a little pissed off. However, it wouldn't be quite as panicky as far as, and this is where I'll get to people. Ain't nobody panicking, bro. It's just buy and hold. It's all there is. It's all we know. It's all we do. It's all we breathe. But, cool. There's definitely been panic. Definitely been a lot of discussion about what needs to go on with AMC, APE, all that good stuff. But if the move did look like this, if AMC and APE, essentially, once again, think of those as still together, then this would be annoying, be kind of sucky, but it wouldn't be anything that we would be just overly freaking out about. So, and if you look at it, essentially what this would have given you is we're starting to get, some good, golden pocket bounces. And so you add in a potential Morningstar doji, you add in a golden pocket bounce from a more macro move, so the low from back here on like May 11th or May 12th, all the way to the top move over here on August. So that's a long time, okay? We're talking, what is that, 3 months there? So basically we're at 3.5 months. So it's a pretty macro move. So I'm anticipating, this golden pocket area essentially to be providing support. And what I'd love to see is essentially a move like this right here. So we had the big push down. Now we just kind of get some sideways, upwards accumulation before we start looking to push back up. So anyway, I just wanted to jump in here, make that video, show you guys essentially what I was anticipating. If you go over here and we look at AMC and GME, still all lined up, even deleting the bars pattern. So look, you pretty much, you have little gap downs, and so while AMC is obviously gapping down further, but like I said, if you put this move up, if you do put this move, up here, then AMC and GME are still, tracking and walking hand in hand. So, I mean, you can't, look at this double spring area, this push up to the flat top, this push up to the double top, and then another spring, and then another spring, and then a big dip down, and then we had the big runs. And I mean, I know I'm preaching to the choir. You guys see all this. I mean, it's pretty blatant that these two tickers are going to be tracking together. So if we can see some strength out of GME, then obviously that's going to help with AMC. Right here, GME is essentially getting to a double bottom area. So would love to see that, push up happen. If not, it's definitely got a lot of support right here in this $28 range. So even if this fails, it might have to come back down here to the $28 range. To me, GME was in clear distribution right here. Now, obviously, same thing with AMC. So the fact that it's coming back to the same point might mean that, hey, we're ready for at least another move up. So anyway, that's what I wanted to show you guys. Thank you for taking the time. Please like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me in the Twitter world, and let's just keep taking it day by day, level by level, one day at a time, one foot in front of the other. That's all we can do. Just like I tweeted out, I really like this. There's two types of discipline out there. There's the pain of discipline, and there is the pain of lack of discipline. Number one is going to take you where you want to go. Number two is going to leave you with a life full of regrets. Both of these are going to be hard, so you got to choose wisely. Okay? You want regrets at the end of your life because you didn't show discipline, or do you want satisfaction at the end of life because you made the hard decisions and you showed discipline when it mattered most? I know what I want to do. I hope that's what you want to do as well, and I will see you on the next video. Have a good one, my friends.